As well as that meeting with Biden, China's leader has likely joined the many others paying close attention to North Korean President Kim Jong-un's ongoing visit to Russia. But while many leaders in the West are alarmed by Russia and North Korea's growing ties, China could see it as good news. Beijing offers the biggest economic lifeline for both Moscow and Pyongyang. And as CNN's Beijing bureau chief Stephen Jiang explains, they all have something in common. They're trying to compete with the West.
All three countries are really naturally bonded over their perceived enemy, this strategy by the U.S. and its allies to contain their rightful place, their rise on the global stage. So that's why we have seen China and Russia working together at the United Nations Security Council to block U.S. effort to impose sanctions over North Korea's recent missile testing activities.
Up next, an animal-to-human organ transplant that's leaving researchers hopeful.
Hi, I'm David Axelrod, CNN senior political commentator, former senior advisor to President Obama, and host of the Axe Files podcast. Join me each week as I interview key figures shaping our world from politics to the arts to sports and beyond. Listen on your favorite podcast app or ask your smart speaker to play The Axe Files with David Axelrod.
A pig kidney has been successfully working in a human body for about 2 months. That's according to researchers at NYU, who transplanted the kidney into a 58-year-old brain-dead man for study. The kidney was taken out on Wednesday as planned, and researchers will now study their findings to see how the body responded to the procedure, to help prep for trials in living humans. For example, some mild immunosuppressant medication was needed to reverse a mild rejection of the organ during the study. But overall, the kidney performed optimally. Government data shows that there are 89,000 people in the U.S. waiting for a kidney transplant right now. All right, that's all for now. I'm Krista Bowe, and our next episode drops at 5 p.m. Eastern. Till next time.
This week on The Assignment with me, Audie Cornish. So Anne Helen Peterson was in a sorority. That's where she met some of the people that she still calls her best friends. But her experience of Greek life at a small liberal arts college in the 90s was, shall we say, simpler.
It was so informal. My best friend wore REI shorts and a climbing shirt to the first day of Rush. She got every house that she wanted to go to.
Listen to The Assignment with me, Audie Cornish, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or your favorite podcast app.
From CNBC Tech Check at 10:54 a.m. yesterday.
This Tech Check briefing is sponsored by Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
I'm Steve Kovac, and this is your CNBC Tech Check briefing. More layoffs are coming to Google. The company plans to lay off hundreds of employees from its recruiting teams. That's according to a new report from CNBC.com's Jennifer Elias. Google made the decision as it has drastically slowed down hiring across the company after laying off about 12,000 employees, or 6% of its workforce, back in January. Amazon has a new AI tool for sellers on its site that can help them quickly write product descriptions for their pages. The tool prompts sellers to enter a few keywords about the product and returns copy, including the descriptions, bullet points, and other copy for the page. And speaking of AI, Elon Musk calling for a federal department for artificial intelligence following Wednesday's meeting on Capitol Hill with lawmakers and other leaders in AI, like the CEOs of Microsoft and Google. Musk told reporters as he departed the meeting, quote, "I think this meeting could go down in history as important to the future of civilization." That's all from CNBC headquarters. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
This Tech Check briefing is sponsored by Comcast Business. With the advanced connectivity and intelligence of global secure networking, we're helping businesses of all sizes transform, grow, and thrive. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
From DW Newsbrief at 10 a.m. today.
This is DW News, and these are our top stories. The United Nations says Libya's catastrophic floods have forced almost 40,000 people from their homes. The number of deaths registered at hospitals has reached over 3,900. A journalist has told DW the real number is closer to 13,000. There are growing concerns about the spread of disease. Officials on the Italian island of Lampedusa are appealing for European Union assistance to process record numbers of migrants. More than 7,000 people have landed on the island in recent days. That's more than Lampedusa's population. Little more than 100 kilometres from the African coast, the tiny island has long been a migration stopover. Thousands of people have marched in Berlin to call for an end to the burning of fossil fuels as the globe suffers dramatic weather extremes and record-breaking heat. The march is part of worldwide protests by climate activists this weekend. Over the past few months, the Earth broke its daily average heat record several times. This is DW News from Berlin. You'll find more news on our website, dw.com.
So did Lauryn Hill really get groomed by predators?
I'm Lindsey Vaughn, and ever since I retired from skiing, I've had trouble falling asleep and staying asleep. You know, insomnia. Before I found QUVIVIQ, an FDA-approved insomnia medication for adults, you would not believe the things I used to think about when I couldn't sleep.
Hey, Lance. I need you to sign this business contract, all 114 pages.
Lindsay! Hey, Lindsay! It's workout time!
Hey, big man. We're in the middle of something here?
Yeah, it's called physical fitness.
Just a couple dozen more questions, Lindsay.
Don't forget to pack your phone charger for tomorrow morning's flight. It's plugged in, right over there.
Lindsay? QUVIVIQ helps you get more sleep. And when taken every night, sleep continued to improve over time. That's why I take QUVIVIQ nightly.
QUVIVIQ works differently than medication you may have taken in the past. QUVIVIQ is thought to target one of the biological causes of insomnia, overactive wake signals. Do not take QUVIVIQ if you have narcolepsy. Don't drink alcohol while taking QUVIVIQ or drive or operate heavy machinery until you feel by predators in the industry?
Lauren is my girl because
and the album of the year is The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill.
All right, let's take him back.
This is nice. Pixel, a spa day was the perfect idea with all these big launch events coming up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, these launches just keep getting harder.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah, I mean, you know what got applause at my first launch 16 years ago?
Sliding to unlock?
Sliding to unlock.
Throwback. Aha.
Ha 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 ha.
Oh.
Oh dear. Anyway, now it seems like every time I turn around, phones like you are doing stuff I can't. Like unblurring old photos, answering unknown calls with AI, and live translating messages. It's exhausting. But I've still got a few tricks up my sleeve.
Like what?
That's under wraps. But let's just say you'll be USB-C'ing soon.
You're finally getting USB-C charging?
What? How did you know?
Lucky guess? Oh, yeah. That's the stuff.
This is nice. Pixel, a spa day was the perfect idea with all these big launch events coming up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, these launches just keep getting harder.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah, I mean, you know what got applause at my first launch 16 years ago?
Sliding to unlock?
Sliding to unlock.
Throwback. Aha.
Ha
ha, ha, ha.
hee, 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 hee. Oh dear. Anyway, now it seems like every time I turn around, phones like you are doing stuff I can't. Like unblurring old photos, answering unknown calls with AI, and live translating messages. It's exhausting. But I've still got a few tricks up my sleeve.
Like what?
That's under wraps. But let's just say you'll be USB-C'ing soon.
You're finally getting USB-C charging?
What? How did you know?
Lucky guess? Oh, yeah. That's the stuff.
I'm obsessed. These are so cute. I got this gorgeous cross necklace in white and pink. This is the pink one. And this.
By now, you've probably watched countless videos on how to look smacks. And you've probably realized most of those videos are heavily tailored towards white men with lighter complexions. However, if you're a black man like me, many of those tips are of no use to you at all. How many times have you seen a video telling you to get an e-boy hairstyle or to get some sort of middle part? These hairstyles aren't even possible for black men. So in this video, I'll be showing you how to look smacks so that you can go from a 5 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10 all across the board, just like some of our favorite celebrities. So be sure to stay tuned to the very end of this video, subscribe with the bell icon, and of course, leave this video a like because I can guarantee you you're gonna enjoy it. Let's begin. As black men, it's important not to mimic or follow trends of other cultures. And it's clear why. It just doesn't go well or really work for us, as you can see. Instead, we must embrace our own culture and go back to our roots. As black men, we primarily have very strong, unique features that aren't really found in other ethnicities. And by acknowledging, strengthening, and embracing those features, we can successfully and effectively look smacks. Let's start with your face. Luscious lips, thick eyebrows, a chiseled facial structure, and even lots of facial hair. These are all features that we can embrace to add structure to our face and even out our look. If you naturally have thicker eyebrows, don't be ashamed because everyone else's is thin. Instead, embrace it. Go with it. You can get your eyebrows shaped up or even slightly plucked to make them a little bit more neat. Having thicker eyebrows is a unique feature and look really good when they're taken care of. The same goes for facial hair. Without a shape up, facial hair can look wild and even messy. By simply shaping it up, just like the flick of a switch, you can go from homeless to homeboy in a second. So here's a few things you can do to improve your look. Keep your facial hair neat and trimmed at all times. Trim, line up, and pluck your eyebrows. Always keep your lips moisturized with some sort of lip balm. Clean up any imperfections in your skin, like acne, pimples, or even dark marks with an exfoliator and a vitamin C serum. I'll leave a link to what I recommend down in the description below. Keep your face hydrated and moisturized at all times with a facial moisturizer. These are all things that you can do to enhance and max out your looks. So take a look in the mirror, see what your prominent features are, and embrace and enhance those features. Next, let's talk about haircut and hairstyle. When it comes to hair, there's a lot of options out there for black men. With a more kinky texture and a more curly curl pattern, black hair is very unique.
Hi, I'm Heidi Bauer. I'm a therapist who specializes in working with service members and their families. In my practice, I help service members from all branches who have come home from deployment with symptoms of stress. In this recording, I'll teach you 4 simple drills that I have created specifically for these men and women, and hopefully you too. The drills I've developed help reverse these symptoms of stress. They slow your heart rate, lower your blood pressure, and reduce the level of stress hormones in your body. When you do these drills regularly, you actually lower your baseline stress level, and that will help you deal better with stress in the future. That's why I recommend, if possible, starting these drills before you deploy. The first drill is a progressive muscle relaxation, which requires you to tense and release your muscles. The second will help you relax by focusing on different parts of your body. The third will help you relax your back. And the last drill will help you get to sleep. If there's one drill you like best, stick with that one. These drills are designed to help you let your guard down. So please don't listen to this while you're on duty or in a situation that requires your full attention, such as driving. Finally, if you're still having trouble managing your stress, or if you need help with anything else, such as issues with relationships, parenting, finances, or reintegrating back home,